Oh, I said no about 4 times. I mean, it terrified me. There was no muscle in my body that told me I should play myself in a movie. Not one. And yet I did it. These words reveal a man whose life has often balanced fear and curiosity, hesitation and courage. Nicolas Cage is known for explosive performances and a distinctive intensity, yet his public persona often masks a reflective inner world. Beneath his iconic smile lies a story shaped by personal loss, professional struggle, and a relentless search for meaning. Cage's life is more than a tale of fame. It is a portrait of resilience, illustrating how one man navigated Hollywood's dizzying heights while carrying the shadows of his past. Through triumph and adversity, his story embodies humanity's enduring desire for connection, purpose, and inner peace, revealing the complexity behind a legendary actor. Early shadows and identity struggles. Nicolas Cage was born Nicholas Kim Coppola on January 7th, 1964, in Long Beach, California, the youngest of 3 brothers. His family combined artistry and intellect, but also carried quiet fractures. His father, August Coppola, was a disciplined literature professor, while his mother, Joy Vogelsang, a dancer and choreographer, struggled with fragile mental health. Cage described his childhood as punctuated by fleeting joy and long stretches of tension. When his parents divorced when he was 12, the separation left him navigating the conflicting worlds of intellect and emotion, instilling a sense of loneliness and teaching him to mask fear behind composure. At Beverly Hills High School, he confronted the challenge of his famous family name. His peers sometimes dismissed his success as inherited, prompting him to adopt the alias Roy Nicky Richards. This deliberate transformation allowed him to reclaim control over his identity and plant the seeds of the independence that would define his career. Acting as a sanctuary. During adolescence, Cage discovered that acting offered a refuge from isolation and self-doubt. By 15, he was drawn to performance as a means to channel inner turmoil into expression. Acting became a tool for transformation, allowing him to turn pain into art. Every fragment of childhood loneliness became fuel for intensity, shaping a career characterized by raw emotional depth. The practice of inhabiting different lives offered him both escape and insight, teaching him to observe human behavior with precision and empathy. Cage's performances reflect this deep engagement with his own experiences. His characters often mirror fractured souls, reflecting vulnerability and authenticity. What began as a personal sanctuary became the foundation for a lifetime of art. Through acting, Cage found a way to communicate without words, expressing inner struggle while captivating audiences and demonstrating that emotional honesty on screen could translate personal adversity into enduring creative achievement, breaking away from privilege. At 17, Cage made a bold decision to forge his own path. Forsaking the Coppola name, he stepped away from familial comfort and privilege, moving into modest apartments and surviving on odd jobs. Hollywood was no longer a playground. It became a proving ground. Cage faced rejection and anonymity, walking alongside thousands of aspiring actors, hoping to be seen. Every challenge refined his craft, sharpened his focus, and strengthened his determination. This period taught him the value of merit and effort over lineage. By choosing to earn roles independently, he committed to a career defined by authenticity and dedication. Cage's eventual adoption of the surname Cage, inspired by avant-garde composer John Cage and Marvel's Luke Cage, symbolized both artistic freedom and rebellion. marking a rebirth that declared his intent to shape a career based on talent and courage rather than family connections. Love, fame, and growing recognition. Cage's career gained wider recognition with films such as Moonstruck and Raising Arizona, which highlighted both his comedic timing and emotional depth. His unique combination of vulnerability and boldness garnered critical acclaim and made him a sought-after actor. Yet fame brought mixed emotions. Public attention amplified his strengths, but also magnified insecurities and exposed vulnerabilities, while at heart solidified his reputation as a daring, unconventional actor capable of merging chaos and authenticity. Critics noted his ability to inhabit characters completely, blurring the line between actor and role. While success offered visibility, it also created new pressures and challenges, requiring Cage to balance public expectation with personal expression. His rising profile demonstrated not only his talent, but also the emotional complexity that informed each performance, revealing that his career was never just about stardom. It was a continuous exploration of human experience. The pinnacle and personal costs. By the mid-1990s, Cage reached the height of his career. His Oscar-winning performance in Leaving Las Vegas, 1995, was a raw, unflinching portrayal of self-destruction, showcasing his ability to channel personal depth into art. This triumph, however, came at a personal cost. Applause felt hollow at times, a reminder of the sacrifices he had made for success. Blockbuster hits such as The Rock, Con Air, and Face/Off cemented his household status and brought immense wealth, with salaries reaching $20 million per film. Yet behind the glamour lay sleepless nights, relentless schedules, and the emotional toll of inhabiting intense roles. Cage's career during this period exemplifies the duality of fame. External success often came hand in hand with internal challenge, creating a complex interplay of achievement, exhaustion, and reflection on the meaning of personal and professional fulfillment, extravagance, and the perils of fortune. Cage's financial success fueled an extravagant lifestyle. He acquired multiple estates, including a Gothic mansion in New Orleans, a historic English castle, and a private island in the Bahamas. His collections included Ferraris, Rolls-Royces, rare artifacts, meteorites, dinosaur skulls, and comics. These possessions, while impressive, could not fill the emptiness he sometimes experienced. The 2008 financial crash and IRS disputes forced him to sell many assets, a humbling experience that tested his resilience. Rather than declare bankruptcy, Cage chose to rebuild methodically, demonstrating patience and fortitude. This period underscored that material wealth cannot substitute for emotional fulfillment. Through financial hardship, he rediscovered discipline and focus, approaching life and art with renewed clarity. The experience also deepened his understanding of true stability, helping him shift priorities toward meaningful personal and creative pursuits rather than the accumulation of possessions or status symbols. Rebuilding through work and art. Following financial setbacks, Cage rededicated himself to his craft, working on multiple projects each year across varied genres. This phase of relentless effort was not driven by fame, but by personal redemption, a return to the roots of his artistry. Independent filmmakers revealing the maturity of an actor who had had Revealing the maturity of an actor who had navigated both triumph and adversity. Through these performances, Cage reconnected with the fundamental reasons he pursued acting: truth, presence, and emotional honesty. The creative process became a path towards self-reclamation, proving that personal fulfillment could be cultivated through dedication, reflection, and the pursuit of roles that resonate with inner experience rather than external accolades or public approval. Love, heartbreak, and personal growth. Cage's personal life mirrored the intensity of his career. Early relationships, including one with Christina Fulton, brought joy and the birth of his son, Weston, yet Hollywood pressures and personal ambition often led to distance and heartbreak. Subsequent relationships with Patricia Arquette and Marie Presley offered intense experiences, each teaching lessons about love, loss, and self-awareness. Cage channeled heartbreak into his performances, deepening the authenticity and emotional resonance of his work. These personal trials were never wasted. They informed his craft, allowing him to convey profound vulnerability on screen. The intertwining of personal and professional experience created a unique artistic voice, one shaped by lived emotion, reflection, and resilience. Cage's growth demonstrates that both triumph and disappointment are integral to cultivating empathy, insight, and depth in both art and life. Finding steadiness in family. Later, Cage found grounding in his relationship with Alice Kim, whose steady presence offered a contrast to his previous tumultuous romances. Together, they built a quieter life and raised their son Cal away from Hollywood's glare. Cage discovered that love could provide stability, nurture, and restoration, lessons absent in his earlier experiences. Family became central, offering purpose beyond career achievement or material wealth. This stage of life emphasized reflection, emotional balance, and the value of intimate connections. Cage's journey illustrates that fulfillment often emerges from consistency, love, and domestic stability rather than fame or fortune. In this quieter chapter, he embraced the role of partner and father, finding joy and perspective in shared experiences and the simple rhythms of family life, creating a foundation for continued personal and professional growth. Lessons in resilience. Cage's life is a study in extremes: fame, wealth, loss, heartbreak, and renewal. Throughout, he has exhibited remarkable resilience, refusing to let circumstances entirely dictate his path. The pursuit of truth, craft, and human connection offered clarity amid chaos. While external success often brought temporary satisfaction, lasting fulfillment arose from persistence, reflection, and dedication to artistry. Cage's journey demonstrates that strength is measured not by uninterrupted triumph, but by the ability to recover, reinvent, and find meaning in adversity. His story teaches that true accomplishment encompasses emotional growth, personal insight, and the courage to confront one's fears. Cage embodies the human capacity for renewal, showing that even in moments of chaos and loss, it is possible to cultivate presence, balance, and enduring fulfillment through perseverance and self-awareness. A life beyond fame. Today, Cage's life is defined by intentionality, presence, and connection. Morning walks, family dinners, and quiet routines provide grounding that fame never afforded. His legacy on and off screen reflects creativity, courage, and humanity. He demonstrates that happiness is not measured in awards or wealth, but in meaningful relationships and honest engagement with life. From the boy hiding behind sunglasses to the man embracing vulnerability and love, Cage's journey exemplifies resilience, growth, and the pursuit of authenticity. His story illustrates that personal fulfillment is cultivated through love, reflection, and artistic truth, reminding us that even amidst professional acclaim and public scrutiny, it is human connection, presence, and self-knowledge that offer the deepest satisfaction and define a life well lived. Conclusion. A legacy of authenticity and resilience. Nicolas Cage's life is a testament to the interplay of talent, ambition, vulnerability, and redemption. From childhood isolation to Hollywood triumph, financial hardship, and personal growth, he has navigated extremes with courage and reflection. Cage demonstrates that greatness is measured not in fame or fortune, but in the ability to endure, transform, and create meaning amid hardship. His story exemplifies resilience, authenticity, and the pursuit of human connection. By embracing vulnerability, dedication, and emotional honesty, he has crafted a life defined by purpose, love, and artistry. Cage's journey reveals that fulfillment and peace arise not from accolades, but from persistence, reflection, and meaningful connection, offering a powerful